and gentlemen, we're back in the studio with a good cup of tea for one more vocal analysis. A cup of tea because it's rather late to drink coffee. And tonight we are listening to Iam Tongi and James Blunt singing Monsters. Now, I'm really curious to listen to this one and excited as well, because this afternoon as I was teaching, one of my students showed me Iam Tongi's audition for the American Idol, in which he sang the song Monsters, and he dedicated the performance to his father, who passed from kidney failure. And that performance was amazing. He did a fantastic job. This song is fantastic. This song is so emotional, so rich, but I didn't capture the moment. Again, it was during one of the lessons that I taught this afternoon, but then I saw that he also performed the song with James Blunt, which is a fantastic singer. And I was like, okay, I need to see this. I need to see him perform that very same song with the guy that wrote the song, also as a form of conversation with his father that was also suffering from kidney disease. And yeah, it's such an emotional and deep song. Yeah, I'm already feeling it, and I guess you guys will as well. So this is what we are analyzing tonight. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kailesh. I'm a singer-songwriter and voice teacher. As a singer-songwriter, I just released my latest single. It's called Canvas of My Soul.
So look at my eyes, tell the canvas of my soul, and the winds are carrying me.
In fact, you should be listening to it right now. My editor will put it in the video, and it would mean the world to me if you could give it a listen and let me know your thoughts on it. As a voice teacher slash vocal coach, my work is focused and based on laryngeal biomechanics and physiology. So basically what the muscles that we have inside our larynx, our throat, they do in order to achieve the results, the vocal behaviors that we have in contemporary singing. That's exactly what will be guiding this analysis here. And if you want to become my singing student, check out the link in the description to get all of the info on my singing program, my online singing program, Building Your Voice. In there we cover a range of different topics inside vocal technique, how to belt, how to sing low notes, how to sing with really expressive soft sounds, which we call passive vocal schemes. We have a complete module on vocal distortions, how to practice and apply vocal distortions in a way that's healthy, that's safe, that will not hurt your voice. We talk about ornaments such as yodels, vibratos, runs. We have a vocal exercise library with exercises for you to practice each of the techniques that we cover inside the course. All of that and much more. If you want to know more, click the link below and you get all of the info about what we cover inside the course. Now, without further ado, let's listen to Iam Tongi and James Blunt singing Monsters.
Oh, before they turn off all the lights, I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. The time is gone.
Okay, I can already tell, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe that this song is in a higher key, and Iam changed the key a little bit to suit his voice better, to suit the style that he wanted to sing better, and he made it a bit lower. And yeah, here it's just different to hear James singing. It's different, like comparing to what I remember from the original version. I might be wrong, it might be the original key, but I don't think so. I think that this is lower.
Oh, before they turn off.
We have a lot of breathiness. Before they turn. That's a vocal scheme, a vocal technique that inside Vocal Anthropophysiology, which is like the theoretical framework for my work as a teacher, we call it a breathy voice. Basically, the vocal folds are more relaxed. We don't have as much compression. And we also have a pair of muscles inside the larynx, the posterior cricoid muscles, that when they work, they open the vocal folds so that we can maybe breathe, but also produce breathiness in our singing. And that's exactly what we have here.
All the lights.
This sound here helps a lot to create that we hear in songs like this. I feel like songs that are this emotion, they ask for some of these soft sounds.
I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. The time is gone. I'll tell you goodnight, close the door.
Breathy again, and he has a bit of distortion right there, that rasp.
I'll tell you good.
Tell you. That's a distortion that's happening at the level of the vocal folds, right? This is what we call a glottic distortion.
I'll tell you good
I'll
night.
tell you. It's beautiful. For distortions like that, we have the arytenoid cartilages, which are the cartilages that are holding your vocal folds in the back of your throat, acting to create that crackling. And we also have the body of the vocal folds more relaxed to allow that hiss, that breathiness. So rich.
Close the door.
So soft.
Tell you I love you once more.
Again, that tell you, and then super passive. More.
Time is gone, so here it is. I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive.
Active vocal folds, no need to forgive. Here the vocal folds are compressing a bit more. We have more muscle tension, which is not a bad thing at all. In fact, when you think about physiology, if we have movement, we do have muscle tension, so it's not different when it comes to singing. Remember this, muscle tension is not bad. Excessive muscle tension, that's bad. It is not what we have here at all. So he's engaging more his vocal folds, the vocalis muscles, we have more compression, the sound is a bit firmer. Now, I do feel like we have his voice a bit heavier than when he's singing higher. This is definitely lower than what he's used to. And this is just a different style, a different kind of vocal behavior. It's not wrong, but yeah, I can definitely feel that his voice is a bit heavier here.
No need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine.
That was so soft that I would even maybe classify this as a weak voice, which is another vocal scheme, not weak in the sense of, oh, his voice is weak. No, it's a kind of technique that we can use. Let's say my intention is that you don't hear my voice. I'm singing everything super quiet. And if I'm singing like this, and then suddenly I do this is just extremely dramatic because we have that range of dynamics that we are playing with, and it conveys a lot of emotion. And that's precisely the function of vocal technique, guys, to convey emotion. So whenever people say that vocal technique will make you sound robotic, that's the total opposite. Vocal technique will be precisely what will give you tools to be more expressive with your voice and to convey emotion when you sing.
And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud.
And then we have something passive there with the vocal track narrowed. James Blunt is known for narrowing his vocal track to get that pride tone.
And while
Wow! Makes me think of You're Beautiful. Yeah, that idea of raising the tone a little bit, and lowering the pedal, tongue up, pedal down, narrowing spaces, making the sound a bit brighter. And as he does that, because he's increasing what we call the supraglottic pressurization system, because he's increasing what we call the supraglottic pressure, reducing space, increasing the pressure, he's reducing the pressure somewhere else, and that will be at the laryngeal level. He's putting less strength, less weight on his vocal folds, so the vocal folds are more relaxed. He's increasing the pressure here. That makes the adjustment stable without strain. Amazing.
sleeping,
So
I'll try to make you
Active
proud. So, Daddy, won't you just close your eyes?
And now explaining here, he uses more of that behavior when he's singing higher, where he is used to, than when he's singing lower, and that's the reason why we have more active parts here, because the key has been lowered. Now, there's nothing wrong about it, it's just again a different behavior, and you can sing with passive vocal folds when it is lower, but the problem is that the adjustment won't feel that stable, because the muscles in the back of the throat, what we call the posterior muscles in the larynx, they tend to act more, firming up the vocal folds when we are singing higher. So we won't have the same level of firmness, stability even, when we are singing lower with passive vocal folds. That's the reason why that style of singing is usually used more when it is higher.
Don't be afraid, it's my turn. Stay sleep.
Only people who experience singing when crying know how difficult it is. It's a challenge to breathe. The structures start to get swollen. The adjustments do not respond as well. You might get congested. Everything is just a nightmare. And he's doing a fantastic job, needless to say.
Lifetime, yes, and breathe the last word. You can feel my hand on your arm. I will be the last one.
Some distortion there. So this would be what we call a phaser voice. We have that breathiness happening there, some vibrato, and at this point I don't even think that the vibrato was that much of an intentional choice. It's deep, guys.
So I'll leave the light on. Let there be no darkness in your heart. I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine.
The way that I think he's doing I think he's doing a third below, right? And James singing the melody.
In your heart, I'm not your son. You're not my father.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That harmony alone there is so beautiful, and the way that he's applying that breathiness.
Just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Yeah. That's quite a performance. Lots of passive vocal schemes. James is singing more active than usual, but then I think that later on the song goes higher again and we get all of those adjustments that he's so used to doing. And when it comes to Iam, we get that breathiness. That's also, whenever you're singing with that breathiness, it's also so close to vocal distortions like the phaser. Now that we have that rest, I'll sing like this and then I get this. And the way that later on they sang in harmony is just so rich, so emotional. Like the song itself is so strong and they've presented a marvelous performance. It's just, yeah. But of course I want to know what you think. Leave in the comments what you think of this performance, what you think of the song, and of course what you think of my analysis here. If you want to become my singing student, then check out the link in the description to get all of the info on my online singing program, Building Your Voice. In there we talk about each of these techniques in depth, theory and practice. We talk about vocal distortions, how to practice and apply them in a way that will not hurt your voice. We have a bonus module on music theory for singers. We have a vocal exercise library with exercise for you to practice each of the techniques that we cover inside the course. All of that and much more. So click the link below and you get all the info on it. And if you are curious about my singing, sometimes you'll be listening to vocal coaches and wondering, okay, but how does this person sound when they sing for real? I got you covered. I'll leave a card up here for you to listen to my original music. It would mean the world to me if you could give it a listen and leave me your feedback as well. Alright, that's all for today. You enjoy your day or your night. You enjoy your tea. And remember, if your concepts cannot be seen here in the real world, then they must change and not the world. This one was heavy. See you in the next one.
So look at